What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. So today we have another smash truck, as you can see, and this is a F350 Platinum. And as you can see, this thing is definitely going to need a new apron. It was smashed in the front here, and the bumper and the apron took most of the damage. And other than that, it's not too bad. I do like stuff like this. It's pretty concentrated. Unlike the truck I just did with V-Tuned, it was the same exact hit, but on top of that, it was the whole side on the other side. So luckily, this one's not too bad. What we're going to do right now is strap this thing down and pull everything out. That way we can remove this bumper and inspect any hidden damage, because seeing this wreck right here, there's definitely going to be a lot of hidden damage and we need to get some supplements made. So we're going to go ahead and get started, get it strapped down and yank all of this out and see the extent of the damage, and hopefully parts will be here pretty soon and we can start working on this thing. Okay, so we are locked in nice and tight on all four corners. This thing ain't going nowhere. These things, man, I had to get them in with sticks, so they ain't going nowhere. We're gonna go ahead and start pulling. I think I'll start with this area, pull this bumper back where it's supposed to be, and hopefully we can access these bolts to get it off once it's in its original spot. And then once we get it off, we'll dig into here and start pulling this back out. As you can see, we gotta pull this outwards this way because it all crunched into there, and same with this piece. So we're gonna pull everything out, see how it looks, and start taking stuff off after that. Okay guys, so I got this apron pulled out and I went ahead and checked everything. It's all squared off. So pretty much don't need the frame now. This right here, we do need to replace this bracket. which we'll continue to dive into it. What I really want to do is get this radiator and everything off for now. And unfortunately, I can't until we get the AC out. So we're going to take it next door so they can pull the AC on it. And then once they get that done for us, we can go ahead and take all of this cooling system off and move over here and start stripping around this apron. And then we can go ahead and dig into it deeper. I'm going to take some measurements of these frame rails and we'll see if that thing needs anything. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just this apron that took most of the hit. It looks like it did just bend this bracket because it didn't directly hit the frame rail. It hit the bumper and this is attached to the bumper. So hopefully it's just this. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get this over there, get that AC out, and then we can go ahead and start tearing it all down. All right, guys, so the truck is finally back. We got the AC pulled out. Now we can safely remove this condenser. We do need to replace it. And this cooling system, as you can see, it got smashed right there. And also they charge you a lot less when you get it removed through them, because then they don't have to charge you for free on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. What we need to do is tear this cooling system down, and then we're gonna move on, get this battery out, get this tank off right here, since the cooling system will be off anyways. And that way this right here will be fully exposed. We have a brand new apron and we're gonna have to mimic this paint job. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be super exciting. Stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this thing tore down and get it ready for a new apron. We'll get it squared off, get that fender lined up, and once the gaps are looking nice, we'll go ahead and start welding it all in. All right, guys, so I got the apron in, and originally I was gonna use this bar right here and try and fix it, but as you can see, it is off and it's pretty badly damaged. This piece is also pretty mangled up, so we went ahead and ordered this entire lower bar right here with these two pieces. That way it'll come as one piece and we can put it all back together exactly to OEM. Other than that, all of this stuff is lining up super nicely. It's not in its place exactly right now, but I had it lined up where the bolts go here and everything was looking super awesome. This thing was a pain to get out. I think originally you are supposed to take the dashboard out to get it out, but luckily I was able to get it out and it's looking great. So we're gonna wait. Hopefully that part will be here tomorrow. We'll go ahead and start repairing it, replacing that piece, and then we can paint it all, put it all back together, line up the front end, and see how it turns out, and hopefully it'll be ready for paint. Okay, guys, so it's been a couple days and we finally got our piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and start drilling it out, and we'll get this piece off and then we'll drill that out and get this one out, fit the new one up, and start test fitting everything, seeing how everything looks. I'm really happy we got this piece because this one's all mangled up right here, and now we can replace it and do a very proper repair. So let's go ahead and get this one out and get it all lined up and see how it looks. Check it out, guys. So I got the apron on, and as you can see, the bolt hole is off, if you can see the hole through there, and this bracket is unfortunately bent back a little bit, which really sucks because we had it on the frame machine and now it has to go back on. But it's really honestly not that big of a deal. I'm gonna get it onto the frame machine, get it pulled out, and we'll start test fitting. What I want to do is bolt everything down, get the fender on, get the hood on, and check these gaps, see how the gaps look. And if everything is good, we'll go ahead and paint it, weld it in, and get it to the paint shop. All right, guys, so check it out. Now the bolt fits. We got the bracket straightened out. It's looking beautiful. So we're good to go. We're gonna square this thing off. If it squares off good, then we will take it back over there and get it ready to weld in. Check it out, guys. The apron is welded in. As you saw, we did do the test fit. Everything lined up really good. I'm super happy with these results, and all of it is welded up really nicely. And right here, once we clean all this up, we'll put some foam and we'll put these back in here, and it's going to be just how it was from the factory. It's going to look really nice. But what we are going to do is clean up all these welds, prime them, and get them done. I'm probably not going to do that today. It's getting late on us, and I need Don here anyways. That way he can paint all of this and paint this, because I did accidentally scratch it, which it's okay because this is getting primed anyways, so there would be paint here anyway. So what we'll do is we'll fix all of this, pull this seal off, and he'll burn it in probably to this line right here. That would be a great place to break the paint, and then we can go ahead and put it all back together. I'm just gonna probably get everything together that we really can, because as you know, the battery box is broken. Hopefully that'll be here Monday. That way I can put it all together completely, because it was pretty sketchy getting this thing over to the frame rack, and luckily we were able to do it, get the frame pulled out. Everything lines up super nice. It's all squared away. So I'm super happy with that. I'm super happy with these results. Come Monday, we'll put it all together, have it all painted, put this OE coat on it. That way it looks original. And then once you put the fender on, we'll spray the black on this side like we did on the Ram with V-tuned. Because as you can see, it's painted like this black. And then if you take this off underneath, it is all OE coat, just like that. So we do need to put the OE coat on before we put the fender on. And then as you can see, it's painted over the top, and that's the best way to do it. That way it's original. So stay tuned, guys. Next episode is going to be super exciting. We're going to get this thing done, get it painted, and then build it. Huge project. I'm super happy we got this far on it, and everything turned out really good. Now I can go home sleeping peacefully, knowing that it's all welded in, ready to get reassembled. All right, guys, so now that we have it all welded in nice and solid, we are going to grind down all the welds, get them prepped, throw a little bit of glaze on them, smooth them out, throw some primer, and then we'll sand this all down and paint it. It's going to look super good. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start up here, and Matt's going to help me. He's here today, and we are going to just move around it until every single weld is ground down. Then we can go ahead and clean it up and make it look original. Like I said, I do want to mimic this side and make it look just like it. So stay tuned. I'll show you how we match up the paint and how it looks and the final results. So let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so we got it all sanded down. We put the putty on here, and check this out. We got the new dustless system from Merca, and this system is super cool. So it vacuums all the dust out. We also have a DA, another sander, and a block attachment. So unfortunately, auto start stop. Unfortunately, I do not have the paper for this machine, but I want to use it, so it might not work as good because this paper is designed for something else. I just cut the big one because I didn't have this grit for this little one, but I do want to use the little one because the DA is not going to fit in here. So obviously it won't work as good. I'll show you with the DA how well it does, but I've done a couple of jobs already, and there's no Bondo on the floor after the jobs and stuff. If you see right there, I just Bondoed a quarter panel, and that's all dust on the floor. And then right next to it, I did a job of the same size, and there was absolutely nothing on the floor. Also, it really helps with your health. So this thing is super sick. Check this out. If you look and see, my hands aren't covered in dust. There's no dust on the floor. I actually want to do a test. I'm going to sand this with the regular DA, and we're going to see the difference. So here we have my regular DA. Look at that. I mean, that was literally probably less bonded than that, and look at all the dust here. So it's absolutely crazy. This thing right here, it helps with your health. And we got this sander right here, and then we have the regular size DA. This entire setup is not cheap, but as you can see, it is definitely worth it. Okay guys, so the car is taped up. It's looking very nice. Everything is primed. And what we're going to do next is ensure a perfect match. As you can see, this right here is what we need to spray on here. So what we're gonna do is scan the color with this camera right here. And once we get it, and so what we do is we will put, now we have the F350, we will scan a color. And now we have a code. So what we're going to do is put this into the computer, mix up the color, and we're gonna spray all of the OE coat. And then what we will do is we will replicate this factory overspray as they have it, as you can see. And then after that, everything will be done. And I will throw clear coat here because that's how it is from the factory. And there's a little bit of clear coat up front. And we'll make it look identical to original, and you'll never even know it was replaced. Then we'll seal these parts up, and I'm not sure where they were at, but the two caps, we'll put those back on and it'll look absolutely OEM. So let's go mix this color, spray it down, and get it done. Here we have our mixing station. We just plug this up right here. We'll go to our measurements and start synchronization. And just a second, takes a second. There we have the F350, and we will search a candidate. As you can see, we have one right here, best match. And what we'll do is we'll send the mix. Okay guys, so we have the base cover laid down on the truck, and as you can see from the factory, this is how they're painted. And I believe it's painted with the fender assembled. So that's how we're gonna paint it here. We take off the fender so we don't get no overspray on it. And now we're gonna lay down our black, and we're going to make sure it looks exactly like factory. So we're gonna go ahead and lay this down. And then it should look exactly how it did when it left the Ford factory, and you'll never even be able to tell we did this repair. So let's go ahead and get started, lay down this black, and see how it turns out. And there we have it, guys. As you can see, it looks absolutely perfect. OEM. I even put clear on this area and on this area. And if you look at the overspray patterns on everything, all through here, and then we go on to this one, as you can see, the clear there. But check it out. Same overspray pattern, and it's matte here, and then it goes from matte to clear, which is exactly how we did it here. And then it just goes right back to matte. So this right here is literally as close to OEM as you'll get. I'm super happy with these results. Now the only thing left to do is to glue these two pieces in and seal all that up. We'll put some foam in there, and then we'll seal that up. And then that's gonna be pretty much it. We're gonna send it over to Don, and he's gonna give it a nice paint job. And just like that, these pieces are in. We have our final touches, and I gotta say, this looks absolutely beautiful. I am super happy with the results. This thing looks OEM, everything turned out awesome, and it matches this entirely. So super happy with this. I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow because I do have another pretty crazy project that I'm gonna work on right now, and we'll go ahead and start on it. You guys will see that in the next episode, so stay tuned. That is gonna be it for this truck. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you wanna stick around, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss any of these uploads. We got a really cool video coming soon, probably sometime next week. You can also follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co. I'll link that down below. I'll post a lot of this stuff before the videos drop, so you can go check it out. Thanks for all the love and support, and thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.